So today we're filming a retirement party event. We're going to do the two C70s and we're going to have an R6 as kind of a floater camera. Lens wise, I kind of just leave these lenses in here. This is an 85, a 15 to 35, 24 to 70, and then I have a 50 here, another 85 over here, and then a 7200 here. I just leave them in there because it's easier to have them with me and not need them than need them and not have them, which some people will tell you that's not the right thing to do, but hey, do whatever you want, you know. We do have a sound system that we are going to be able to plug into, so we do have our XLR. I'm going to have a backup XLR, but because we're going to tap into a sound system, we are also going to have backup audio because this is a live event. We do not, or at least I don't, usually fully trust whatever audio we get from an event. The podium that they talk at, we'll use one of our Tentacle Syncs. If you know about Tentacle Sync, these are really great systems. We'll be able to time code everything. I like time coding things because it makes it a lot easier in post. A lot of people are probably familiar with the Aperture 60s. These are basically the same thing, except these were out long before the Aperture 60s were. We will probably use these tonight to light the speakers. Another good thing to get, or I would recommend getting. Audio is always like a big problem whenever you have to capture audio, and you can do things like miking them and laving them. Especially at live events, you can use a recorder. This is a Zoom recorder. We have I have two different Zoom recorders. I use this one only at my computer, but these little thingies here, these have saved my butt a handful of times. They're just Sony hand recorders, and I have two of them. This is the only one I can find right now, but you set this on a podium or you set it next to a mic. And if anything goes wrong, at least you have some sort of backup audio. I would say backup audio is probably the damn near the top of most important things to be able to capture when you're doing an event and you have to get the audio. And so, yeah, I just wanted to show you guys this. If you don't have one, maybe go get one.
We're just going to zip through the event itself. It was a beautiful sunset, as you can see. We got there, we got the drone footage first because we wanted to try to capture that. Unfortunately, the building wasn't positioned the way that we wanted it to be to get the sunset, but that's okay. These guys were using a Bose sound system, and I've tapped out of these before, and you generally don't get the best audio quality. So this is an instance that you want to run, like you should be running backup audio, because there is a significant quality difference between what we actually got out of that recorder and what our recorder that we put on the mic stand got. I'm setting up the Practo lights because it is entirely too dark in this room. As you can see just from the GoPro footage that we have here, there is not a lot of light in this space, and you will find this with venues that are set up to host dinners. This venue is very like wedding oriented, so lighting's not the best, and we do run into an issue with our lighting. We kind of put it in one spot and end up having to move it, and I'll show you that here in a minute. Outside the venue, just getting establishing shots. You always want to get your establishing shots. This just lets everybody know. I mean, if you watch somebody talk about a video, you've heard them talk about this. Get your establishing shots. I'm lighting all the details because it is so dark in this place, and so I don't want to have to jack up my ISO. I want as clean of a shot as I can. Sometimes in these events you have to boost your ISO, even though, you know, all the rules will tell you not to. I like to shoot details on a gimbal because I like the look of a smooth, steady shot on a detail. I have shot stuff handheld before. I'm not saying handheld's the wrong way to go. If I have time, and in this case we had plenty of time, we shot these details with the gimbal. We did move our light in the middle. I wasn't crazy about how contrasty we were getting here, and so we kind of moved it further away, back out of the people, which was good because people were bumping in. We had a couple people bump into it, which it's always a risk whenever you're lighting something like this about where you're going to place your lights. Distance matters about, you know, you need a bigger light if you're going to put it further away. These are 60-watt lights. They're not super powerful. My biggest takeaway from today is, you know, really pay attention to your audio sources and audio. Make sure you're getting clean audio. Have backups of backups of backups. That maybe not that many, but it will save you, because in many cases when you walk into a corporate event, at least you don't know what you're going to get, and so you need to be prepared, or at least I would recommend being prepared for as much as you can. And, you know, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.